Hello, this is seventh vlog, and the book is political science, and the topic is political science and psychology. In the previous vlog, we discussed about first part of political science and psychology, and we are going to discuss about the second part of political science and sociology. Let's talk about it. If our father thought biology, we think psychologically. Many writers in recent time have used psychologically to explain political life and movement. Bagehot in his writing pointed out of the relation between psychologically and the English constitution. Ponty has explained the effect of psychological factor on the character and working of the English and American political institution. Barker remarked that in the present day, political theorists have turned social psychologist Lord Bryce in his modern day political theorists have turned social psychologist Lord Bryce in his modern democracies 1921 said politics has its root in psychologically. In America, the political scientists of the universities of Chicago, Merriam, Laswell, and others have also laid great stress of the relationship between the two disciplines. As a matter of fact, the emphasis on close dependence of politics on psychology have given rise to the behavioral revolution in the USA soon after the Second World War. The relationship between the two sciences of politics and psychology is shown in many ways. For instance, a democracy is a government of public opinion and propaganda, but public opinion and propaganda are psychological phenomena, which is psychologists can best explain method of psychologically are increasingly applied by modern government, especially in the army, intelligence, civil service, examination in public opinion and election and in the courts. Lord Bryce has rightly remarked that politics has its root in psychology, the study in their activity and the mental habit, their volitional pro-civilites of mankind. It is evident that the study of politics is incomplete without the help of psychology. No politician or statesman can disregard the psychological factor in politics, and no lawmakers can ignore the psychological aspect of his enhancement enchantments. In spite of the utility of the psychology for politics, there are certain limitations of the psychological method. In the first place, psychologically deals with the man and thoughts as they are and not with what they ought to be, as politics does. Secondly, the psychologist does not have nothing to do with progress and dynamic progresses. But political science cannot ignore these factors in the state and human mind. Although it is fashionable in the 20th century to explain politics and political matters by such psychological method and techniques are psychoanalysis. They have gone too far. They explain external matter by too much of subjective analysis. They introduce in the study of political science in the personal bias of the scientist. Political study has become a personal study rather than a specific study. So we already discussed about the second part of political science and psychology, how they meet with each other, and how writer have a many writers have a different opinion on psychology and political science. Some of them think that this is a branch of political science. Some of them think that this is not the branch of political science. This is totally different science. Thank you. That's all. We will are going to meet in next vlog. Thank you for your support, and this is so hard. Thank you. I am going to keep it and meet in next vlog. Thank you.